Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and we are live for Pokemon Go Fest 2025. It is around about 2 o'clock here in the UK, which means we're just on the second rotation now of the habitats. So we've got each habitat repeating again. From 2 till 3 is the habitat where Torkoal will be on the incense. As you can see there, we've just had one, but unfortunately not shiny. And then we'll get the habitat followed after that with Skiddo on the daily adventure incense, or on the incense spawn should I say, followed by Patrisu and then Klefki at the end, which Klefki unfortunately can't be shiny, so that's a little bit disappointing. Unown, no shiny Unown. We have had a couple shiny Unowns in fact, which is pretty decent. Unown tend to be not so much boosted as the rest of the spawns during these events, but I have managed to get a couple of Unowns already, which is pretty good going. And in fact, one of the Unowns is one of the ones that I actually needed to complete the event Unowns that are out at the moment, the ones that spell Sword and Shield. Hey Kiki, how are you? So also we need to keep an eye out on these event research tests as well. Some change every habitat, and each Pokestop gets a refresh every hour as well, so don't worry if you've already completed a task from a Pokestop. Can you invite me to a raid? Yes, I will do. Carbink, come on. No shiny Carbink. Yeah, I will invite you to a Zamazenta at some stage when we next do one. This hour we desperately need a Carbink shiny, really. I would love to get that new shiny. And of course it doesn't evolve, so we only need one to complete the family. Would be a very cool one to get. So a few other things just to note as well. We are working through the special research challenges where we can hopefully get an encounter with the Volcanion, the mythical Pokemon, and also get some energy for the path that we've chosen, which is Zacian. So Zacian or Zamazenta, you can choose a path between them and you get candy, or should I say energy, for those, which helps you make it into its other form. And I've chosen Zacian, so hopefully we'll have enough energy to change its form when they start appearing on raids tomorrow. So there is Pikachu appearing on tasks as well, and the task you need to keep an eye out for is the catch 8 different species of Pokemon task. That is a one where Pikachu is spawning, and then they are also available on raids, as well as the Falinks costume, which is of course one of the most sought after costumes during this Go Fest. So we'll definitely keep an eye out for those Falinks whenever they appear, and there is actually one up there. You can see a Pikachu as well. May manage to do both of those. Definitely a Falinks, we'll definitely head towards that. The Pikachu, like I say, is available on those research tasks, so potentially just do the Falinks and keep getting a Pikachu from research and see what we get. Save a few raid passes that way. Pikachu there with a blue. So 3 different versions of Pikachu: blue, red and gold. There we go, there is a gold one. Again, 390 CP. Unown H, this is the Unown that I wanted shiny at the start of the event. I'd already got all the other Unowns that spelt Sword and Shield. Unfortunately, Unown W, you can't get shiny at the moment. That's the only one out of a set that you currently can't get shiny. But all the rest of them you can. And it was only H going into this event that I needed and it was the first ever H that appeared on the incense about a minute into the Go Fest, and it was a shiny one, which was absolutely amazing. So Unown collection is complete in terms of this event. Hey Darkrai lover, how are you? Torkoal. Nice little regional spawn. So let's go ahead and do Roar of Time for another 2 hours as well before that time's out and we forget about it. So that will just extend the Lucky Egg, the Incense and the Star Piece that we've all currently got on. 5-corner drag, Mindfu, I could do with that shiny, but still missing one for a family. We've got one already, we just need another. Right, I'm jumping in this raid. Falinks. Let's see if we can get this shiny. Would you join me if I invite you? Which raid in particular, Kiki? I'm mainly only doing invites to Falinks today. But in person, I'm doing all Zamazentas as well. During my habitats, I don't need the spawns, that is. It's very, very hot here in the UK. It's not overly sunny, but it's just the temperature is around about 28 degrees. It's just a little bit too warm, really. Easy solo. Let's see what CP finishes on, and 1336. That's not a bad one. How many shinies have you got, bro? I got 6. I'll have to have a look at them in. How many shinies I've got in total. We have just done a winner raid task as well, which is a Falinks task, if you didn't already know that. No shiny Falinks. 1336 is pretty decent though. I'll definitely take that. Ooh, 96 IV. Not far off a hundo. Must be around about 1340 for hundo for Falinks. Don't know it off the top of my head, but it must be around that sort of CP. So let's have a quick look and see how many shiny and age 0 we've managed. I've got 20 shiny so far today, including Larvitar, Pachirisu, Unown L. We've got Vullaby, Scraggy, Goomy, Flabebe, Torkoal, Orangaroo, Unown H, Regieleki, of course, yesterday. So you could say 19 shinies in total today. And of course, blue Flabebe as well, which is awesome because we don't get that Flabebe here in the UK. That is definitely one that I wanted. Let's just see how many eggs we've got in at the moment. Nothing that we could incubate alongside what we've already got in. Don't want to spend loads of money hatching the 2-kilometre eggs, so I'm only doing those on a free incubator. The 5-kilometre eggs, I'm okay using a incubator on, a paid incubator. Carbink, come on. Nah. Desperately want that shiny. That is the only thing that in this habitat that I need shiny really now. So let's just see what task we got. This was a winner raid, I believe, which is Falinks, and not a decent one and not a shiny one. Still chasing that shiny Falinks. There's always a costume shiny on raids. Last year we had the Snorlax, if you remember, with a leather jacket. And a couple of years ago we had the Snorlax with a cowboy hat. Now we've got Falinks, which in the new games, Pokemon ZA will get a Mega Evolution, so it would be quite a nice shiny costume one to get, because it would potentially be useful in the future, depending on how good its Mega is. May just be a Mega like Marnwile that is a nice to have, but doesn't really change much in terms of a meta, but still. It's nice to have a little bit of an extra use out of it. Torkoal again, off the incense. Three Carbinks. One of these has got to be shiny. Come on. No, none of them are shiny. That's annoying. That is rather annoying. No shiny Torkoal. We've not had anything shiny for us while we've been on the live stream, which is a little bit annoying. Hopefully that can only get better. No, we don't want to use the Master Ball. That was close. I used the Master Ball because of the sun. Definitely don't want to do that. Scrub. Still no shiny. Gothafita. Yo, Pikachu Karen, how's it going? Yeah, it's going good. 19 shiny so far today. Some very, very nice ones as well. Some ones I really needed. I think, to be honest, with Go Fest, sometimes you get so many. No way. The worst Go Fest you experienced today. I think with some Go Fests, you get so many shinies, but we end up being repeats of stuff that you already have. So it's not like it's something you really need. I mean, look at that. We are nearly at rank 500. We haven't yet claimed our bottle cap from this rank. And as you can see there, claimable rewards, 771. maybe have a star piece on for that. How can I grind in the rain? Oh, it's raining. Damn it. Yeah, it's always a nightmare, that is. It's absolutely always a nightmare. Hopefully, fingers crossed, the weather is better for you tomorrow. Hopefully. Unfortunately, it's just one of those things, isn't it? The weather just gets in the way sometimes. Can't control it. Let me just read that. Can you duo? Would you like to duo Zacian with me? I don't know if you can duo Zacian or Zamazenta. I think you need at least 3. I mean, I can invite you to some tomorrow. I will be doing raids with my community group, so we'll have loads of people doing those with us tomorrow. So I can definitely invite you tomorrow if that's something you're interested in. Let's get these 5-kilometer eggs in, because these are the ones with the better spawns. I'm interested only in duo. I'm not sure if you can duo it. I'll have to see how much damage I can do before attempting that. I know Zamazenta today is very, very difficult duo. I haven't attempted it, but even with 3 of us, we got only Primal Groudon acquired. Yeah, potentially so. I think Lucario, Mega Lucario, is probably slightly better with Zamazenta today than Primal Groudon. But it doesn't last half as long as what Primal Groudon does. Primal Groudon definitely stays in a raid longer. Yeah, Zamazenta is a lot tougher to take down, I think, with it being the shield version. Yeah, that's fair play. Carbink on the right. Pikachu. Still no shiny Pikachu. Carbink. No shiny. Come on, Carbink, where are you? Where are all these shinies at? They've just all of a sudden disappeared ever since we've gone live. 402 Hundo. Pikachu, I already got it. Well done. Yeah, it's always been one that's easy to remember, just because of how many times it gets featured in events with different costumes. 402. The research Hundo, and then a 536 if I remember right, is a raid Hundo. Torkoal, no shiny. Hey, Maris, how are you? Got a Regirock from my research, no shiny, no Shundo. Torkoal. No shiny. Let's see what research task this is. Keeping an eye out for his Pikachu ones, as we mentioned before. No Pikachu one there. There is a Pikachu task. Got one completed, but we've got a Pikachu task in ready to go. Let's see what's on raids, and we have got a couple of Zamazentas down here. We'll miss the first one because it's only got 3 minutes on, but we may do a couple of the ones after. Now I'm looking for a shot for Zapdos. I'm okay to trade with somebody. One more away from getting a Pikachu encounter. Carbink on the left. Pikachu encounter. Come on, shiny Pikachu. No. Still no luck with Pikachu today. Carbink. No. How many shinies have I got today? I've got 19 shinies so far today, which is pretty decent. 19 shinies. Nice one. Unown. No. Catch 5 fire type. Sorry, 6 fire type. My username is Edwin. Let's just see if I've got you added on the game so far. May not have. No, doesn't look like I've got you added. I can stick my trainer code up on the screen if anybody does want to add me. Getting no luck with Shinies now. Let's just see what other tasks we've got. Hatch 3 eggs, earn 10 hearts with your buddy. 2 candies exploring with a fairy type, which we've currently got. We've got our Togepi out. Hoping to do that task sooner rather than later. Win a raid, catch 5 fire type. There is a fire type. It is really cool to get these regionals that we don't normally see here in the UK. Patry Suit, Torkoal, and the Blue for Baby. All of those we don't see here in the UK normally, so it is a nice time to try and get those shiny during this event. Carbink, no shiny. Shiny Houndour, awesome. First shiny on the live stream, 20th shiny of the day. We have a shiny Houndour 0 star as well. Terrible shiny Houndour, but still. First shiny of the live stream. So Zamazenta raid, might as well jump in and do it. If Kiki's still in the chat, I'll invite you. If anyone else wants an invite, let me know. I can add you, but I don't know how to do it. Right, okay, I'll go on. I'll show you my trainer code in a minute, and then you can screenshot that, and then you'll be able to add me afterwards. And basically the way I go about going onto my trainer code is exactly the same way you would do to add me as a friend. I'll explain that in just a moment. Let's invite some more people in this. Five people in now. Did Kiki make it in or not? No, it doesn't look like it. So using Mega Lucario first. Like I mentioned before, probably the best one to use against this, but Primal Groudon is also very, very good, and it will stay in the battle longer. So potentially will do more damage over the course of a raid. Then we've got our Terrakion. Of course, legacy move Sacred Sword on Terrakion makes it one of the best fighting types in the game. And that is what we're running on this Terrakion, followed by, I believe, our shiny Terrakion. There it is. Our 93 shiny Terrakion, the one that took us 106 raids to get. I'm so, so happy. How come you're happy, Edwin? Zamazenta with Moonblast is just really, really powerful. Taking huge chunks of damage against all our fighting types. Keldeo only lasting a short while before being knocked out. And then we've got our Lucario in last place, so we'll probably need to re-lobby with another team after this. There's a peacock somewhere. He doesn't want to trade with me because he hates me, but he calls me fat. That's not very good. Thought he'd crashed out for a second, and it was being very, very slow. Unbelievably slow when we were changing team, man. I did really think we were crashing out. So this is the Apex Ho-Oh. As you can see, it's running Sacred Fire Plus, which is a really, really good move. It gets a Shadow boost, and it gets that Apex move boost as well. So a very, very cool fire type. So because it is in its other form, we don't see the countdown. So we don't know how good it is until we get onto the catch screen. 2188 is the hundo for this. So hopefully we can get around that number. Let's see what we get. No shiny, 2182. So that is actually really, really good. Maybe even a 98. Now, has it got the background? Shame that it wasn't shiny. Let's see if it has got the background. Hey, gonna warn you. How are you? Terrible throw. He's glitching out a little bit. Excellent throw that time. There we go. Caught. 21.82. Let's see if it's got a background. And it hasn't, unfortunately. No background. But let's have a quick look and see. 98 with attack. 15, 15, 14, which is a very, very cool CP. Still haven't got the hundo of either Zane or Zamazenta. Maybe it's one of the ones you're your bottle cap on in the not too distant future. Hey Ray, how are you? The Torkoal. Oh, for Coco just getting in the way of Torkoal. Let's try again on that Torkoal. No shiny. Storage is full as well. He never wants to trade with me. He says he will, but he lies. That's hopefully something you can sort out. Can't see the screen now. I've got Pokemon storage full. I'll bin these ones here. Let's get these rewards coming in. It's been very, very slow, the game is, so we just have to restart the game just because of how slow it's lagging. And then we may do this Zamazenta raid here. Yeah, I will show you just in a second while I just get this research now. Falinks, no shiny, unfortunately. Right, so I'm just going to check that Torkoal and then restart the game because it's been rather slow at the moment. So just bear with me as I just restart this. And then I will show you how to add me. I'll put my trainer code up on the screen as well so you can take a screenshot of it and add me. So at the moment. Taking a while to log in again. And now we're back on. We've got an unknown E there. Not a shiny. We'll jump into a Zamazenta here and see if we can invite people. Oh, before I do that, let's just show you how you can add me. So if you do want to add me while we're live today, then you can do so by jumping on the friends list and then going to add friend and then putting my trainer code in that box down there at the bottom where it says add a trainer code. But if you take a screenshot of mine there at the top, type that number in down at that bottom box and then you can press send and you will send me an invite and I'll add you in the game. So make sure to take a screenshot of that. And then I will jump into this Zamazenta. Let's jump into it now and see if we can get it shiny for the first time today. We've not yet had one. Would have been nice if that last one was shiny, a 2182. 2188 is a hundo. If you're chasing a hundo today, then very good luck with that. Hopefully it gets a background as well if you do manage to get one. So 1 in 20 chance of it being shiny, and around about 1 in 10 chance of it having a background. So hopefully luck is on your side today and you get both. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like this video. You can do that easily on mobile by double tapping the screen or hitting the thumbs up button if you're on computer, and then also subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bells as well so you don't miss when we next go live. We're struggling to get interest for this Zamazenta. We may restart the lobby and just see if we get any more people added in. Got another person joined there. Hey Melinda, how are you? Can we do some raids? If you've got some remotes, Melinda, you can jump in on this one if you want. Let's just back out of this. I think it's going to be hard with 3. And I will share my trainer code up on the screen again. If you do want to add me, please make sure to do so. There is the trainer code up on the screen. 7607 8070 8259. Make sure to add that. So if you add that, and then I will invite you to some today to a call off incense. I'm just waiting for Melinda to add me now. And then we'll jump back in on that Zamazenta before it finishes and see if we can get any more interest. 3 minutes left on that Zamazenta. I've got Rocket Rogue. Is that you, Melinda? Yeah, Rocket Road 647. Awesome. Right, we'll jump back in on this Zamazenta. I'll send you an invite. I will definitely join any Falinks you've got today, Melinda. If you've got any Falinks near you, I will definitely take those as invites. For some reason, the friends list isn't filtering the right way. Every sword dog raid, yeah, I'll be doing sword dogs tomorrow. There's Ashins. I'll be doing those tomorrow. Oh, friends list isn't loaded now for some reason. There we go. Send a couple of invites out. The sword dog is only in raids tomorrow. The shield dog is in raids today, and that will get replaced by the sword dog tomorrow. So Saturday is a shield dog, Sunday is the sword dog. So unfortunately there's no swords about at the moment today. But shield dogs there's loads of, if you're happy with shields. Awesome. I will accept your invite in a moment, Edwin. So we've got 7 people in the lobby now, which is good. Should be easy enough with 7. So again, we'll start off with that Mega Lucario. I guess I'll do 1. Thanks very much for joining. It's good to try and get the energy for it, so you can change the form of at least one of each. Who can I join? Yeah, of course you can join. If you can add me as a friend, I will invite you to the next one. So I'll put my trainer code up after this again on my screen. If you didn't write it down before, make sure to do so. Either write it down or take a screenshot of it, add me and let me know in the comments that you've added me, and then I know who to keep an eye out for. So the next habitat, we'll see Skiddo in the wild, or on incense, should I say, Skiddo on incense, which is going to be a very, very cool one to get. Hopefully we can get it shiny. I think that's one of the only ones we actually need in the next hour. Carbink was the one that we needed in this hour, but we haven't managed to get one so far. But of course, the habitats do rotate again tomorrow, so if you do miss out on any shinies on any specific habitats today, you can keep an eye out for those habitats tomorrow and try and grind those wild spawns, and then focus on the raids in the hours where you've already got most of the shinies already. So that is my plan of attack going into this event. So change back to its other form, and it looks like we've crashed. Amazing. Crashed? No, it's just been very, very slow. Unbelievably slow. No shiny. 21.79. So again, another really good one. Probably 96, maybe 98 without attack. What's a hundo IV? It's 21.88 is a hundo. Yummy Robles. Have I got you already, Yummy? No background again. And 96, 15, 14, sorry, 15, 13, 14. It's not a bad one in terms of IVs. Edwin, I've got your invite. I'll accept you there. Now, is there any Carbink nearby? I don't think so, unfortunately. What we will do is quickly go on the Pokédex, type in Carbink, and change that one to be alerted to in the nearby. So hopefully we get Carbink alerts as and when they are spawning. Dominic Cosset, we got best friends, did we? That's awesome. When did that happen? Doesn't seem like long ago when I added you, to be fair. We soon race through those levels. That's brilliant. See you later, Melinda. Thanks very much for joining. Can we trade? Unfortunately, can't trade unless you're within 100 meters of somebody. So unfortunately, you have to be really close to each other before you can trade. You can't remote trade, unfortunately, like you can with raiding, where you can remote raids. Unfortunately, remote trade. We have now reached rank 500, as you can see there, 807 rewards. That is going to be a huge, huge dust fest there. Torkoal, no shiny. I do see a Carbink on the nearby. Where is that Carbink? Right up there. That is a really long way away. We won't get that before the hour changes, that's for sure. Maybe there's a couple of Carbink in the wild on the way back up here. So let me see if I've got a couple of days ago. That's awesome. Let me see if I've got Yami in the friends list. Let's search there. No, I haven't. So if you do want to add me, Yami, then make sure to add my trainer code. It's on the screen there. So make sure to add me and I'll be able to invite you to more Zamazentas as we do them. So add that trainer code. Let me know that you've added me in the comments and I will accept you while we're live on stream. Hatched a Skiddo. No shiny. Any good? No, it's not terrible. Not terrible. So that's another 5-kilometer egg hatched. Let's get the free incubator back in use. Getting rid of those 2-kilometer eggs slowly. Unown E, no shiny. Unown H. So is there going to be any more Carbink hatching? Can you gift me the GoFest ticket, please? Unfortunately, I haven't got that much money, Dominic, so I would love to. But unfortunately, I haven't got that much money. I can gift you a GoFest ticket. I do apologise. I think it is £15, so it's quite expensive. And if I gifted it to you, then loads of other people want it as well. So maybe it's something we can do in the future where we can do some giveaways for stuff like the GoFest ticket and stuff like that. That would be quite cool to be able to do a giveaway with that GoFest ticket. Right, Togepi has found a candy, so that should be doing that research task. One with a fairy. Now we are lagging again, like really bad. We'll have to see how this continues. Maybe it's the heat. Yes, we have got 1 out of 2. The candies aren't with your buddy. There's a fairy type. So the next habitat has now started. So we should start to see some Skiddo encounters now off the daily, off the incense. Keep wanting to say daily adventure incense, but it isn't. It's normal incense, and we should start to see some Skiddo off these, as well as the Unown, which will be very, very cool. There's Unown D. Just loves to move side to side there. Falinks raid with 20 minutes on it. We'll head towards that and do that. Oh, hey, you're live. Have you gotten any shiny Unown? Yes, I've got 2 shiny Unown today so far. Very, very lucky as well, because out of the Unown that are spawning, the spell Sword and Shield, the only Unown that you can't get shiny in the game is W. So the rest of them you can. And I have got all of the other shinies during this event, except for H. That's the one I was missing going into this event. And at 1 minute past 10, the first ever incense encounter that I had this morning when the event started, it was the Unown H, and it was shiny. So it was literally given to me right at the start of the event. So I have got all the Unown shinies so far from before and during this event. And today I've had an Unown H shiny and an Unown L shiny, which both are very, very cool, because Unowns tend to have a bit of a bigger shiny rate than the rest of the Pokemon during these Go Fests. So they are harder to try and find than most others. So I'm very, very happy to get one. Well, especially the one we needed, but very happy to get another Unown L as well, which was awesome. Skiddo, no shiny. Desperately need a shiny, another shiny of those. Shiny Skiddo would go down very, very nicely indeed. I don't know if Unowns are full odds or whether they're just half boosted. Maybe around about 1 in 256, something like that, for Unowns. But yeah, they definitely seem a higher shiny rate than the rest of them. 8 different species of Pokemon. We've completed that once. And we will get a Pikachu, but which one, and will it be shiny? No shiny Pikachu, it's a red one. It's not far off a hundo. 402 is a hundo. Off a research task. 394 is not far off. Skiddo, not shiny. Didn't stay in the ball either, that Skiddo, so we'll try that again. Definitely want him to stay in for the candies, if not anything else. It is very, very hot here in the UK. Unbelievably hot, in fact, especially when you're out of the shade. It does get very, very humid. I think that's why the phone is struggling, is because of the heat. So let's jump into this Falinks and see how good this is. I'm eating a pizza hot pocket right now. What did you eat for your lunch? I haven't had it. I haven't had lunch because I've been out since 10 o'clock in the morning. I haven't yet had anything to eat. So I didn't even have any breakfast this morning because I was too late getting ready. So it was literally a cup of coffee, and that's about it for today. That's all I'm running on at the moment. So that's not the best idea. Your chat is so delayed, yeah. My chat's on the other phone. So if I am delayed on getting back to you, that's the reason why. It's because it's on the other phone. Yeah, I definitely think the stream is lagging a little bit. Like I say, down to the weather probably more than anything else. The weather, obviously the game, and also perhaps the signal. Coffee, haven't had that since I stopped playing Pokemon. Why have you stopped playing? You should play. We need to go best friends. $13.09. I think around about $13.40 is the hundo. We've had $13.36, and that wasn't far off. It was a 96. But it's mainly that shiny is what we're after. And there's no shiny there. Still, we'll go again. Skiddo, no shiny. We did hatch a shiny Skiddo earlier this week, which was a very, very cool hatch shiny. But we need another one for the family. And I do like to get one of each for the family. So hopefully we can get another one at some stage. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see, but it is definitely one that we would like to get shiny. And especially Carbink as well, from the first habitat. We've got to wait until tomorrow to try and get that one shiny again now. But at the moment, we're doing okay with the habitats. We've probably got around about one that we need shiny in each habitat, all bar the last one, which we don't need anything shiny in the last one. Wasn't having fun, there's nothing around me and no community. Yeah, I totally get that. I was very much the same before I knew how to drive. I was playing around near where I live, and there wasn't any Pokestops. There was one Pokestop, which happens to be that Falinks raid that we've just done, the gym what is now. It was a Pokestop previously, and that was the only Pokestop that I had in this entire area until I got to a high enough level where I could submit to myself. But it was years and years and years after we started playing Shiny Flabébé, Shiny Yellow Flabébé as well, which is a really cool one. Don't normally see that often here in the UK. We do get it from time to time, but it's not super often. We normally get the rare one, the red one, should I say. No shiny Skiddo to follow it up on. So yeah, before the stops were populated around here, and before I could drive, I used to play the game, and then I actually stopped playing it for around about 2 years until 2018, when I could drive and I could go into a local town, and that is now the town that I'm the ambassador of. So it does definitely make it better if you have got a community to play with, sort of pushing each other, as well as just walking around and chatting and grinding with each other. So it definitely does make it more enjoyable if that is the case. Another shiny Flabébé. Get in. Back to back with the shiny Flabébés. I actually really wanted more shiny Flabébés. I've already got one of each, but I could do with more because of course, getting the family complete of each requires 3, because it has 3 different evolutions. So I'm very, very happy we've managed to go back to back on those 2 yellow Flabébés. Now we just need a Skiddo. We've got 49 minutes to try and find another Skiddo. We've just had an invite to a Falinks. We may actually do that Falinks. Let's just see what spawns here first. Punch him. Falinks are off a task. No shiny. Spin restops here. Let's jump into that Falinks. I know this is a really personal question, but how old are you? You seem really young. If you don't want to answer, I totally understand. Yeah, so I'm actually 31. Don't mind answering that. Yeah, so I'm actually 31. So I was born in 94, which was an awesome year because that was a year that Pokemon actually started in 1994. So very, very cool year. And of course, my most favourite Pokemon of all time is Gengar, which, if you have a look in the Pokedex, is number 94 in the Pokedex. So it was just meant to be, really, wasn't it? So yeah, 31 years age this year. So again, if you're watching for the first time, if you're watching your first ever Go Fest as well for the first time on a live stream, and you haven't brought the ticket this year because you didn't know what to expect, then make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell as well, and you'll be able to see what we get at the end of today. We'll do a YouTube video at the end of today talking about what we've managed to get from day 1 of Go Fest, and then we'll do a similar video tomorrow as well at the end of tomorrow to see how many more shinies we've got tomorrow, and in fact if we've managed to get a hundo and any background shinies. Of course, I'm talking Zacian and Zamazenta. They're the only ones with the backgrounds at the moment during this weekend. Zamazenta's on raids today, Zacian is on raids tomorrow, so hopefully we can get one of those shiny with a background at least. And I think we've got quite a few lucky friends who would like to do that as a trade if they get them as well. So hopefully, even if it is terrible, we can find somebody to lucky trade it with and make it a little bit better, a shiny with a background would definitely be a cool one to have with its other form. Skiddo, no shiny. Yellow for baby? No, we can't do it 3 times in a row. Skiddo, come on. No. So we'll have a quick look in a minute and see how much XP we've earned today, because I have a feeling we've earned quite a decent amount. We started today on 810.3 million. That's what we started today on. Let's have a quick look and see what it is that we are on now. So we're now on 814.1 million. So we're around about 2.7 million so far today. No, 3.7 million so far today. So not bad at all really today. Decent look so far. Three eggs hatching, Mindfu out the first, Pachirisu out of the second, and the 2 kilometre egg, Pawnyard. Oh wow, I thought you were in your early 20s. I'll take it as a compliment. I'm only just catching up on comments here, apologies for that. Dominic, are you still in the chat? What does RIP Jason mean? So the Gengar that I chose to have, I lost a good friend of mine earlier this year. Known him for around about 6-7 years. In fact, he was one of the first people when I went into my local town, as I discussed before, back in 2018, and started playing Pokemon Go again. He was the first person I saw and interacted with. He was the first person I did a raid with in that community, and he invited me into the community, told me all about it, told me what we do, and I've been friends with him ever since. And sadly, and very suddenly, he passed away earlier this year. But he was a very good friend of mine, Jason, and he is very sorely missed. But he did give me that shiny party hat Pikachu, and I think a bottle cap, sorry, shiny party hat Gengar, should I say. And I think a bottle cap making that a Shundo is not only my favourite Pokemon, not only very good in the meta as well, meta relevant, both as a poison and a ghost type, but also very sentimental as well. We're coming from a good friend who sadly is no longer with us. It just feels right in every way to make that a Shundo with the bottle cap. So that is my choice of the bottle cap, and that is what RIP Jason means. It means rest in peace, Jason. Yeah, no worries. Right, let's see whatever raids we've got around here in a moment. Let's just first see what tasks we've completed. Pikachu, 395, not far off. Punch him. And let's pick up these eggs around here as well. And see what we've got to hatch. So we've got a 2 kilometre egg. We'll put a 10 in a super. and a 5 in a normal, another 5 in a normal. Pokemon storage is full. That is a bit of a bummer. There we go. 83 spaces. Skiddo. No shiny. There we go. Finally managed to click on it. Yeah, that's no worries. Like I say, I would like to do something too as a bit of a memento for a bottle cap, because I think when it comes to bottle caps, whether you're getting a bottle cap yourself or not, I think if you turn a useful Pokemon into a Shundo, it's obviously very, very cool in the game, but you could quite easily obtain the likes of Zacian or Zamazenta. I say easily, but you could obtain the likes of Zacian or Zamazenta through a lucky trade. And of course, if he hasn't got a background or a location card or anything like that, it's not really momentum in any way, unless of course you got it on a raid which was mean a lot to you at a time and you have fond memories of, maybe your first ever Zamazenta raid or something like that. But I would definitely like to use a bottle cap on something that means something more to me than just getting a Shundo Pokemon. I would definitely like to use it on something more meaningful than that. Skiddo, tiny Skiddo. Why can't that be shiny? That would be such cool shiny. A shiny, tiny Skiddo, that would be amazing. My smallest ever Skiddo. It's a 1-star. It's terrible. But still, it's a very, very cool Pokemon to have as a tiny one. Mindfu, is that? It is a Mindfu. Still missing that shiny. Managed to get one so far. Not today, but from previous events. Shiny Unown S. Chestpin. No shiny. Just going to stop off and get a drink. It's very thirsty work, this is. Very, very thirsty work indeed. Skiddo, off the incense. No shiny. And there's actually a Falinks up there. In 4 minutes it finishes, so we could perhaps go ahead and go up to that and see if we manage to get a shiny Falinks from that one. Couple of Pikachu encounters here. 377. And a 387. We'll save these Pikachus for later. We'll catch these later on. Unknown D, no shiny. So the incense definitely seems to be spawns without you having to move like you normally have to do with a incense. Tiny, not shiny. Yeah, it is annoying that that wasn't shiny. That's Skiddo that we had previously. Chansey, of course, normally shiny boosted to 1 in 64 anyway. Still not managed to have a shiny so far today, but then again, I'm not that disappointed with not getting a shiny Chansey. Shiny Chansey is always something that we get a lot of during events where it's featured, and it's been quite a few times I've actually binned Shiny Chansey because we just got too many of them in a storage. Obviously had that community day as well a couple of years ago now. So challenge complete, bonus active. Unown S. Two seconds while I just get a drink. Unown H. So can we get to that Falinks in time? 1 minute 32, should still be able to get to that. Definitely try and make sure to stay hydrated while playing in this weather. Like I mentioned before, it is very, very hot. Skiddo, no shiny. So special research, full steam ahead. We've got 10 hearts with your buddy. So we need to try and do more hearts with this buddy here before we can progress any further on that. And that should be the mythical Pokemon Volcanion. That should be an encounter that we get from that. Can we get this in time? It is going to be very, very close indeed. Just managed to get it in time. Imagine if this is the one that we get a shiny from. That would be insane. So we've got to wait until 90 seconds until we can ready up when we've only got ourselves in the lobby. If somebody else joined, then we could have hit the ready straight away. But of course the raid's finished now, so nobody else would be able to join. What did you get to drink? So I've got Coca-Cola Cherry. Coca-Cola Zero Cherry. Level 1 Larvitar check for a hundo, please. So relatively easy to take down by yourself. For some reason we've gone in using Rayquaza, but definitely worth using Mewtwo, especially Shadow Shiny 89 IV we've got here. So should just defeat it with about half the time remaining. So again, very, very easy solo to do. Especially if you've got decent psychic types against fighting. $12.91, so not very good at all. The only thing we can hope for now is that it is shiny. That would be very, very cool if it is. And it's still not shiny. We're still awaiting that brown shiny Falinks to appear on the screen. So let's see what we're missing here then. We've got to earn more hearts with our buddy. We'll do that in a minute. Yeah, see how delayed it was. Yeah, it was quite delayed, but like I say, I'm answering it on another phone. So yeah, I think it is, like you say, it is delayed. But also I don't get to see him straight away because it doesn't appear on the screen that I'm using. So only the comments at the moment are appearing on the other phone, which is a little bit annoying. Normally I see a comment on the screen that I'm actually using to play Pokemon Go on, and then I can check the other phone to see exactly what it said. But at the moment I can't even see it popping up on this phone. So it sometimes does that, and it's always a benefit to have a second phone so I can at least reply back to comments, even though I'm perhaps replying back a little bit later than normal. But like I say, I think it is a heat. I definitely think it's a heat. I don't think phones playing Pokemon Go as well as running a Wi-Fi hotspot really cope very well in the heat when you're also trying to live stream on YouTube as well. But we're getting there. If it is a little bit delayed, I do apologise. But I can only assume it's out of my control. Minefu. No shiny Minefu. Skiddo. Please, Skiddo. No. We've got 27 minutes. 27 minutes to get a shiny Skiddo. Another Skiddo. Shiny. Again. Orange for Baby. No shiny this time. You will get a shiny. I do hope so. I do hope so. Not that time. Shiny Chespin. Not super happy with that, but still we've got a shiny. It's been a while since we had a shiny, so shiny Chespin, not bad. It is a nice looking shiny. It's just, of course, a starter Pokemon. We've already have a common day for it as well, so it isn't something to overly get excited with, but still it is quite a cool looking shiny. Shiny Skiddo, no. Maybe we need to do some sort of like weird Skiddo chant to get it to go shiny. Maybe the next time we'll see a Skiddo, we'll do a chant and see if it makes it shiny. With me saying we'll do a chant, it's probably scared all the Skiddo off and we won't see it another one ever. Like some sort of tribal chant for a Skiddo. Shiny Unown L! Another Shiny Unown L! We have 2 Shiny Unown L's now, just in today. We already had 1 before, we've now got 3 in total. Very, very cool. And it's a 3-star. Not a bad IV on that one. 3-star Shiny Unown L. Very, very cool. I don't mind that. Don't mind that shiny off me incense either. They are very, very sought after by a lot of collectors. There is a Skiddo. Skiddo, 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 Skiddo. Go Skiddo. No, no. No, it didn't work. The chanting didn't work. Chanting did not work. We will never chant again on the live stream. It did not work. People will think you were in a cult. Yeah, perhaps he will. Perhaps he will. Perhaps I shouldn't chant again. Very cool Unown L. Let's get another egg of the incubator. Another Tyranitar of incense. Does love appearing today. I've had about 4 Tyranitars today so far. Definitely likes to appear today. Of course, we've got Larvitar appearing in the wild, so it seems that we are getting some of the evolutions of these spawns off the incense and also in the wild. I've had Scalurage, which is the evolution of Furcoco in the wild. I've also had Chestnut, of course, the evolution of Chespin in the wild. So we are getting some of the evolutions as well. I don't think we could be shiny. Obviously, Tyranitar can be because it's mega, but I don't think the rest of them can be shiny. Well, that's a Chestnut and Scalurage. I think the game's froze. What was that incense spawn then? I don't know what it was. It's gone. Whatever it was, it is gone. Hey, how are you? Thanks so much for joining, Hem. I cannot throw. There we go. Managed to finally hit something. Skiddo! Oh. Thought the clicking might have done it. Something. There is something that will make this shiny. Just need to work out what it is. So let's check to see if we have got any hundos today. Would be cool if we have. No, our last hundo was a Regidrago from the Regidrago raid hour on Wednesday. Skiddo! No. I'm literally walking through a sheep/goat field as we speak, so I couldn't get more like Skiddo if I tried. I'm literally walking through its exact habitat in real life, walking past sheep, and still Skiddo doesn't want to shine. I'm giving it everything it wants. Nice, lovely field. You know, come here and shine for me. Come on, Skiddo, be my friend. No. Fine, be like that. Just give him a ball. Do as you're told. Hey Jeffrey, how are you? Thanks so much for joining. Mindfu, come on. No. This is such a cool shiny. Mindfu off incense. Another Mindfu. Flabébé. Another Mindfu off the incense. Eight different species of Pokemon. That is a Pikachu task. So Pikachu of a costume, we don't know what colour it will be. Random between the three available. Level 1 Skiddo. Still no shiny Skiddo. Unown D. No. No shiny. 8 different species of Pokemon. Let's see if that's Pikachu is shiny. Hey Brady, how are you? Thanks so much for joining. Jeffrey is good. That's very good. 394 CP. 402 is a hundo. Not far off, but still not that hundo that we wanted. Still not managed to get any of those Pikachu shiny so far. Come on, Skiddo, you've got 14 more minutes now to be shiny. That's all I ask of you. Just one of you be shiny. It's not much to ask, is it? Just a shiny Skiddo, that's all I'm asking for. Shiny Scraggy. Let's go. Level 1 as well. Level 1 shiny Scraggy. Let's have a quick look and see how good this level 1 is. 2-star. Not too bad. Not terrible. Unown S. Skiddo. No shiny. Yellow Flabébé. Next hour it will be the blue Flabébé, so we definitely need more of those shiny. We managed to get 1 so far in the first time round. Well, we actually hatched out of a 2-kilometer egg, so we could definitely do with a couple more blue Flabébé in the next hour. Mindfu? No, still not going to shine for me. There's one that I definitely would like to get Mindfu, but it isn't something that I'm overly disappointed with if I don't get it. I've got one already from past events. I think it was the event where it actually got shiny released. I got one during that event, but it is going to be featured in more events in the future, so it's not going to be something that I drastically need. Unlike, can you add me? Yeah, by all means I can add you. I'll put my trader code up in a moment and you can send me a friend request while we're on live stream. But yeah, I would like to get that Mindfu family completed. Shiny family. But if it doesn't happen today, then I'm not too disappointed. It will happen sooner rather than later, I'm sure. So, trainer code, if you do want to add me, you can add me using that trainer code 7607 8070 8259. Add that on the game and you send me a friend request and I'll accept you. Make sure to comment down below as well, just so I know who you are, just in case your in-game name is different to your YouTube name. I can work out who people actually are who add me. So let's just get some more hearts with this buddy. And I'm going to do a feeding heart. So a couple more hearts in there. Skiddo. Just managed to check it before it disappeared. But no shiny. Wallaby definitely seems to be appearing in most of the habitats today. Another Skiddo. Yeah, so Slams has put my trainer code up on in the comments. If you want to add me, then add that trainer code that YT Slams has added in the comments below. You can copy and paste that directly over. Shiny Skiddo, let's go! Get in! We have got a shiny Skiddo. Come on! Let's go! Yes, Skiddo family complete. Get in. There is nothing else that I need from this habitat. We are done with this habitat. Skiddo, 0 star, but we don't care. We hatched one from an egg earlier on this week, which was a 2 star. So a family is now complete. We are happy with that. And in fact, we could probably lucky trade that 0 star one and end up with a better one. So that might be something we're interested in looking trading with somebody, if they also have a Skiddo. But let's go! I am so thrilled with that. Finally shiny, yes. Get in. Shiny Skiddo. And again, another Tyranitar. And again, one that doesn't want to stay in the ball. So, with that being pretty much all we need to do in this habitat, let's just see how many hearts we need to earn with this buddy still. So we've got earn a candy exploring with a fairy type. Let's check out that and see what we are on. So we go down to our buddy and scroll down, we are 0.2 out of 3, so we might have just collected a candy. Might just be waiting for it to pop up, in fact. Two tasks updated. What are those tasks? Catch 8 different species of Pokemon, spin 5 Pokestops or gyms, hatching an egg. Shelmet. Not very good as an egg spawn, but still. Skiddo. Another shiny Skiddo! Go! Let's go! No way! No freaking way! We've got shiny Skiddo, non-shiny Skiddo, and then shiny Skiddo off the incense. If we didn't have one earlier on this week that hatched from an egg, we would have had the family completed in the last 5 minutes. That's slightly better, 2 star. But let's go, shiny Skiddo. That is an awesome looking shiny. That is so, so cool. I can't believe we've been waiting like 50 odd minutes for one shiny Skiddo, and then we end up getting two in the last 5 minutes. Absolutely crazy. So we've just been invited to a Falinks as well, and we've just managed to finish that Pikachu task off as well. So let's claim that. No shiny Pikachu, 394. Spin that stop there, see what the task is. Win a raid, that's come in just at the right time. Check that Mindfu, no shiny, level 1 though. And let's jump in on this Falinks. Raid lobby has expired, so we obviously readied up. No worries, we'll carry on, we'll find our own Falinks. Hey up, Vincent, how are you? Thanks so much for joining. So Pokemon storage full, let's quickly delete what we can easily filter out. We'll try and do more of a deleting session later on after the event's finished. We'll hopefully just carry on past these habitats and then we can sort it out later on. Skiddo, no shiny this time. Maybe we'll get one more Skiddo before the spawn changes at 4 o'clock. The next habitat we will get Pachirisu off incense spawn, so that'll be quite a cool incense spawn one to get. Skiddo there, no shiny, but we will catch it with a pineapple. Just to get some more candies for it. Spin a Pokestop 5 times, we've done that for Pokeballs. 2 5-kilometer eggs hatching. We've got Klefki, which can't be shiny, but is a quite cool regional. Of course, France is regional. We do get it here at the bottom, in the most southerly parts of England. We do also get it, but it is mainly France that you get Klefki. So the spawns have changed now, you can see. We've now got a lowland Sandshrew, so this is more of the ice types that appear during this hour. Pachirisu, not really an ice type, but he's blue in colour. Very, very cool shiny as well, Pachirisu. So hopefully we can grab one of those during this hour. That one didn't stay in the ball, unfortunately. We'll try that again. See if it stays in that time. It did. Shiny Mooner! Such a cool looking shiny Mooner is. Goes a lovely yellow colour. That is such a cool looking shiny. Any good on the IVs? 1 star. Not terrible. And this is of course where the blue Flabebe as well in this habitat. We have got the blue Flabebe. And hoping to get a couple of shiny ones of these. We've got one already from a 2-kilometre egg. And hoping to get a couple more during this hour. I've got a Falinks raid down here with 14 minutes left on it. So we'll do that as well. So earn a candy walking a fairy type does seem annoyingly difficult to do because we have already earned that multiple times, but for some reason it hasn't been registering. So I'm hoping that it will register the next time we get a candy with Togepi. Because annoyingly it hasn't been registering so far. We may just do a quick restart on the game in fact. And see if it pops up that it's registered then. Maybe it's some sort of glitch that it hasn't recorded that we've earned a candy. Maybe a restart of the game may make it so it does pop up. We'll do that now while the spawns are a little bit quiet. So we are up to around about, I would say around about 25 shinies so far today, which is decent going, very decent going in fact. Of course the shiny odds aren't as high as like community days, but we are boosted for the ticket holders. Of course if you aren't ticket holder then you will be getting 1 in 512 odds for a lot of these spawns. So let's see if it pops up that we've completed this task now. Now that we've restarted the game. No, still saying that we've not yet explored or earned another candy with our buddy. So we'll have to keep this Togepi in for now. Unless we switch to another fairy type. I think it's Pachirisu there, just underneath that Vullaby that was. Tiny Skamori. It's a shame it's not shiny. Another Pachirisu. Research task and an egg, which means we've hatched an egg somewhere. And we've got hatch an egg as a task from that stop, in fact. And there we go, we have hatched quite a few eggs, in fact. 10-kilometre egg, Larvitar. That just completes that task as we've just picked it up, that hatch and egg task, so that's a decent amount of Stardust straight away. So let's just see what we have just hatched. And nothing of any brilliance. Smack my head. Nothing of any brilliance. 89 on the Klefki, not bad. Torkoal, not bad. Larvitar, terrible. So not bad, but only one shiny from Hatchy so far today, and that is that blue Flabebe. So a very nice one to get as a shiny, one that we were looking for. So happy to get that shiny. Pachirisu. No shiny. Yo, how are you? Jace has joined us in the comments. How are you, Jace? So again, a reminder, if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and you won't miss when we go live in the future. This is the first Pokemon Go Fest where I have live streamed some of it. So, to all those tuning in, thanks very much for being part of the first live stream Go Fest on this channel. Pachirisu, no shiny. So let's get the shiny Falinks. Pokemon storage is full, that's terrible news. So we'll just wait until 90 seconds, see if anybody joins through a friend list or whether we're just ready straight up. There we go, we're just ready. Hopefully this is shiny. Hopefully this is shiny. We're only on 10% battery as well, so it won't be long until we do finish the live stream. We will still be playing. We'll just swap over and put the charger pack in instead of the external mic. And we'll try and fresh out the last few habitats. And then I will be doing a video on how we've managed to get on so far during GoFest after day one. I'll be putting a video up on my YouTube channel, so make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell so you don't miss when that appears. And of course tomorrow we'll be in our local community, hosting the raids in our local community and hosting it as a community ambassador. So I won't be going live tomorrow, but I will be doing a video at the end of the day to see overall what we have had from Pokemon Go Fest 2025 in the wild, in raids, and also, of course, those regionals and the backgrounds as well in the raids as well. And it's fair to say we've earned a decent amount of XP as well today. Last time we checked, it was around about 4 million XP so far, and that was a while ago now, so hopefully we're around about 5 million XP now. Still no shiny Falinks. 1323. Like I say, around about 1340 must be where the hundo is, going off what we've had previously. So there is that one, and 10-kilometer egg hatching. Larvitar again. We've got a Unown E. Let's just see what eggs we've got. We could actually do some spinning some stops, in fact, to fill up on some more eggs. Let's just see what these tasks are. We've got a winner raid here, which is a Falinks. No shiny. 993 as well, which isn't a hundo. So no point in IV checking it at this moment in time. So we've got a 10-kilometer egg. We'll shove that into a super incubator. And we did actually hatch a shiny Frigibax from a 10-kilometer egg earlier on in the week, which is a very, very cool shiny to get. And that is a shiny which is spawning in this habitat. So there could be a Frigibax nearby that we can hopefully encounter. Patrisu. Cheers.
I said it's car park that way then. The car park's gonna be that way.
Five-kilometer egg. Let's get that in on a normal incubator. Could do with a couple more ice types spawning, so we can complete these tasks, which should give us a Bergmite encounter, if memory serves me right. Completed one. And from completing one, we should be able to complete the other if it is Bergmite. That itself is an ice type, so there we go. The second one now complete. No shiny Bergmite. So let's quickly just see what we've managed to get so far from this. And we've got another Pikachu, which again isn't shiny, unfortunately. So still no luck with that Pikachu. We will carry on and see if we can get that shiny. We'll also carry on and see if we can get this little guy shiny, Pachirisu. So we will be ending the live stream very soon, and we'll carry on with the event, but unfortunately not on the live stream. So let's have a quick look and see how we've managed to get on so far today during the first day of Pokemon Go Fest. XP wise, we've earned around about 4.2 million XP, which is a decent amount of XP during just one day. And that's of course only since 10 AM. So in 6 hours, we've earned 4.2 million XP, which is very, very good amount of XP. And Hundos, don't think we've had any Hundos unfortunately today. Hundos, no, unfortunately we haven't. But Shinies, we've had quite a few of them, and we've had quite a few on the live stream as well, including an Unown L. But if we go through, 2 Skiddoos as well on the live stream. Unown L, as you can see there, 29 Shinies we get throughout the rest of the day. Be sure to like this video, and you won't miss our next video later on during the live stream. Hope